And they are a blonde-haired, blue-eyed race. And I'm not being racist because there are a lot of beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed races out there. But these beings are so beautiful, so angelic looking, and so incredibly evil. It's the way they handle you and the things that they do to you. It's like you can come across the reptilians, and these were all reptilians. These beings have evolved. They have changed physical containers. They no longer look reptilian. But when you have the ability to see properly, when you can see properly, you see through the facade, they are not what they seem. And they have this ability to connect with you mentally, telepathically. Telepathy is mental, right? The fourth dimension is the mental dimension. And what they do simultaneously is they have technology and they have the ability to stroke your central nervous system, giving you the sensation of euphoria. And there's channelers all around the world who have fallen victim to these beings. And it's happening. I see it everywhere. I've dealt with these beings time and time again. About the Greys, well, they are all in collaboration. Even though they're factional and they fight and do all this sort of stuff, they all belong to this one big empire which spans, the top starts here and goes all the way down. And that is what we call on the planet the Galactic Federation of Light. They have amassed a great empire. At the top of that empire there's two beings that run the whole show. They are both originally, and still are at the core, crocodilian reptilians. For those who don't know about this stuff, look at the ancient Sumer statues and you'll see the snouts. Look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs, you'll see crocodiles in it. They're everywhere, okay? It's all in it, you just got to go looking for them in the right places. It's nothing new. They have amassed such a great empire that it spans all the dimensional levels. Well, you see, that's a dimensional level. These are really octaves. But they sell it like it's a dimensional level. I've heard speakers on this planet talking about 6th, 7th dimensional Dracos. I've heard them talking about, oh, these beings came in from the 12th dimension. No. So what they've done is they've replicated the whole dimensional structure of the universe down here in the lower universes. And these beings play God. So really, all they are big fish in a small pond.
I mean, how can a nuts and bolts spacecraft, you know, two objects that are supposed to be made of metallic steel, fly into each other at thousands of kilometers an hour, become one object and then fly off in another direction? He says the UFOs do not seem to exist as tangible manufactured objects. They do not conform to the natural laws of our environment. They seem to be nothing more than transmogrifications tailoring themselves to our abilities to understand. The thousands of contacts with the entities indicate that they are liars and put-on artists. The UFO manifestations seem to be, by and large, merely minor variations of the old age demonological phenomenon.
looking at. I think I'm going to have to go to... I'm going to go all the way here to Mount Shasta this past fall, because I want to show you something that we have been getting. These are more and more. We have hundreds of these. I'm just showing you what that's me. And we had this object come into the sky, and it began to signal with my laser. I have a stronger laser, and very bright. And we had one for 2 hours and 45 minutes, after which a big orb that all of us came right into the circle of our group. And this is Mount Shasta. Look, now look at this. This is about 100 feet from us. It's a triangle, and it is continents. And these were going on at the same time, these objects coming through Orion. They're coming, my friends. And what they were saying is that we're coming. Nothing's going to stop it.
Just after mid-90s onwards, I kept coming across people who were telling me they'd seen apparently human people turn into a reptilian form and then go back again in front of their eyes. And you think, okay, right, back burner with that one. But as the months and the years passed, these were coming at me all over the world. And then I started looking at ancient texts and stuff like that, and accounts, and you could find the same stories being told all that apparently time ago. And there are many non-human entities that are interacting with this reality. But the theme that keeps coming to me over the years in relation to these bloodlines behind the Illuminati is of some form of reptilian entities, which are the next stage on, because it goes on beyond them, but the next stage on behind the Illuminati bloodlines is this reptilian group, which sounds real strange until you go with it. Now, again, this is... There are many different kinds of entities that do not have a human form, that operate just outside of human sight, and history has recorded them as demons and all this stuff. But the reptilian part of it seems to be very significant to the controlling systems on the planet today.
The aliens are demons, and we've got a mixture going on of demons and flesh and blood.
They have a vibrational sympathy with that which interbred with them. And this doesn't have to be physical interbreeding either.
Remember, a demon, get the little spooky picture. They are a fallen angel, an unclean spirit. They can assume any form or go into anything.
I have concluded that the aliens are demons.
We probably won't be seeing aliens en masse anytime soon, but the Vatican's chief astronomer does say that there could exist other forms of life outside Earth. And he says if they do exist, they are God's creatures.
8, 9, 10, 11, contando toda la cola. Ay.
We can establish through this testimony that these objects of extraterrestrial origin have been tracked on radar going thousands of miles per hour, stopping and making right-hand turns, that they use anti-gravity propulsion systems, which we have already figured out how they work, that extraterrestrial life forms have been retrieved, and their vehicles have been taken and studied thoroughly for at least 50 years.
It's human nature to want to believe in some race of benevolent space brothers that will come and save us from ourselves. But it's not logical, and you can't make it work any way you look at it.
This grand plan is going to take people are going to eat the stuff. Because it says spirits, demon spirits, will declare themselves to be inhabitants of far distant planets in the galaxies that are coming to warn the inhabitants of planet Earth of the impending destruction of the planet unless something seriously proper is done to avoid it.
Some might call it a power lunch, but it sounded more like a reunion of brothers.
The Illuminati were to obtain control of the press and all other agencies which distribute information to the public. News and information was to be slanted so the Goyams would come to believe that a one world government is the only solution to our many and varied problems. Their plot, their plans, their conspiracy remains invisible.
The whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish.